Hey, how you doing? Hope you're good. Today I'm making a video and gonna show you around, I'm not speaking proper English, around the Metro Hotel Taipei. Not to get confused with the Caesar Metro Hotel, which is another hotel on my accommodation renting a hotel playlist. I've just seen an aeroplane fly past the window. So I am literally just across from the runway from Zhongshan Airport in the city airport, not Taiwan Airport. Anyway, that was my intro ruined, and I'm not going to edit it out because it's natural. So today I'm showing you around the Metro Hotel, which there isn't really much to show. Now, the reason I do some of these kind of hotel vibes, not super awesome ones like the Hilton and Sheraton and whatnot, and also just the next step up from a really low budget one, just to show you what you can get like an average budget, which is fairly clean, fairly acceptable, and yeah, like I said, a little bit better than a low budget one. So if you're thinking, oh well, why is it already like that? It's because I've already had a nap and because I'm sick today, but I'm still battling on. I'm showing big bravery to still do a video, so already like the like button for my bravery, right? So I had a quick nap before I go out later. So this is a mid-tier. Can I call it mid-tier? I would say just below mid-tier, and I don't mean because it's cheap or expensive, because everyone sees different prices at different levels, but I'm just saying what I think the value is. I always mean the value. So when I'm talking about the value, look, it is a Friday night, and what it's cost 2,300 NT. Oh, now I look at it, I'm thinking, oh my word. Yeah, it's around £57. So what's £57? 74 USD or something like that. Now for that price, it does include the breakfast, which I'll show you later on. But for people who are coming to Taipei, and it's located 500 meters, but it felt like a 5-minute walk from exit 4 of Xingtian Temple. Now, Xingtian Temple, you can see this video here, what I've done nicely. Xingtian Temple is a really good area, not too far away from central or downtown Taipei. You can get basically all to the main downtown areas from here. So the location is great. It's about 5 minutes, like I said, from one of the metro exits. Now, for that price, it does include breakfast. You do get your own room. I'll explain why that might sound strange, but nowadays for this price, you don't get your own room. You're in some kind of shared hostel or something, which is crazy, but that's the way Taipei's going. Breakfast, look, I always keep, unless it's like at one of the bigger hotels, named hotels. The more local hotels, it is a bit dated, it's a local hotel, just use breakfast as an additional bonus. We'll see that later on, like I said. So for that price, look, why I'm really against it now. I used to do a lot of stays in Taipei, mainly for the swimming pool. At the weekend now, Friday, Saturday, sometimes even a Thursday night, it's so difficult to get a well-valued hotel. Even you're going to Ximending, where people go, a lot of Asian foreigners go there because it's central to all the sites they want to see, but also the price isn't that bad. But now some of the prices are ridiculous. If you look at this video here, what I did, it shows you through a load of hotels around Taipei, and for me the value just isn't there. It's terrible value, but I always complain about that anyway, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. But if I'm looking here now at £60, and what I'm getting so far, yeah, it looks clean, everything, an older building, you get breakfast, quite a good location, but you take that £60 somewhere, or 2,300 NT somewhere else in Asia, you're going to get a lot more. And yes, all the time, but that's a different part in Asia. But I'm still in Asia, Taiwan's still Asia, but a lot of the prices for apartments and hotel, it just isn't viable to say it's a cheap and affordable destination for people in terms of value for what they're getting. But it is an awesome destination for a lot of other things, and I love Taiwan and I love Taipei. Don't forget that. Let's have a look around, and I'm going to start from outside of a hotel and take you through in some kind of chronological order, okay? It is slightly just off one of the main roads, not the main road, but just down the side street, and going into reception now, coming up to the entrance. Look, it's an older building, but it's not like really shabby or dirty. It's okay. It's just a dated, normal Taiwanese hotel. Keep expectations balanced. You may be surprised. We've got a nice little reception here and a bit of a lounge area as well, so it's okay. Check-in was nice. The two gentlemen were very nice, very polite. And you know, if you've been watching any of my other hotel videos, you know I love seeing inside the elevator. This one's all right. As you can see by the entrance, it is an older hotel, an older building. I'm on the top floor, the 8th floor. So let's see what's cracking off inside. It's very quiet at the moment. And I've gone the wrong way already, which is fun. Here we are, down here. It's not a very big hotel, which is good for me. Okay. Ta-da! First impressions, it probably just does what it says on the box. It's an older hotel. However, for the price, it's your own hotel room. Now, the reason I say that, you think, well, of course it is. Oh, they haven't put any AC on. Where's the AC? It would have been nice. Yeah, so that's the kind of level. Not to sound like demanding and entitled, like, oh, how dare they not have the AC on when I'm here ready. But, you know, like a proper hotel, when you go away somewhere and you step in and it's been set up and it's cool for you. But it is what it is. For the price, like I was about to say, it is reasonable to have your own hotel space, what actually feels like a hotel, because nowadays, for this price, you're getting a hostel bunk bed. And it's like, how am I getting a bunk bed in a hostel for this price? Now, the price is ridiculous. This is why, like I said, it's so painful for me to do hotel videos now in Taipei. I used to love staying in hotels, probably 2 or 3 times a month in Taipei, just to get away something different. And now I just do it if I'm traveling around for a bit of work or I've got meetings around the city. It's come to that because the prices just aren't worth it anymore. They're just not worth it. And yes, you shouldn't compare, but you can compare to other places in Asia, where for this price, you can get a 5-star, well-known brand one. But look, it is, I just wanted to show, like, you know, now I won't say cheap because everyone's got different budgets, but what you can get for this price in quite a good location. And you got to remember, it is a Friday night, so it's not bad. Let me take you through the room. So now we've got the light on. It is very Moorish. If you heard me use Moorish before in my hotel videos, it's from when I went to Tunisia when I was small with my family, and my dad called our room very Moorish, very brown. And some of the things, it does look clean from the first kind of view from the eye, but you can tell it's an older room, okay? But again, for the price, this is the way it is now in Taipei, okay? But everything seems nice. All in order, and it's a nice double bed, which is awesome. You got a TV, maybe it has a smart box or digital channels as well. I'll do the bed test soon. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? Oh, and that's as good as it gets. Reminds me of some apartments in Taipei with natural sunlight, which is hardly any. Oh, and I've got a little balcony, so 100% people have been smoking from here, even though it tells you can't. So yeah, you got a couple of big mirrors, one there and one there. You have got kind of natural sunlight, a big window. You just, ooh, what's that? Mini bar or something. But you have got a view of the mountains and a load of rooftops, because this is kind of the top floor, the 8th floor. But like I said before, it is a really good location. You get some complimentary water, you get a kettle, a couple of cups, and you can see this is the detail, right? You can see, like, there's dust on the coffee, 3-in-1 dusty coffee. You got some tea, you got some tissues as well. There's a wardrobe here. I'm always a little bit nervous opening it. You have got slippers inside, next extra pillow, some coat hangers. Okay, so that's the view from the entrance. And look, it's just a basic double room. yeah, it's a little bit depressing, but it's better than staying in a hostel for the same price or a price where it's more expensive. Now, as you can see, you can see it as a more dated room now because the shower is in the bathtub. It looks clean. On the first view of the eyes, it looks clean. The toilet is clean, which is good. No turds, stains. We've got some tissue, which is great. We've got a hairdryer, always needed. Yeah, everything seems really clean. What I find depressing are these mats. It reminds me of like a hospital place. But we've got a shower curtain. That's good because some places don't even give you a shower curtain. A couple of towels, shower gel and shampoo. Okay, so that's as exciting as the room gets. You have got a desk as well and a chair. Let's just have a little gander. Yeah, you've got a refrigerator here, so you can get some Family Mart beers in there, get stuck in. And like I said, it's just no frills room on your own in really good location, or not a bad location, to be honest. So let me have a little jump and test the old bed. Here we go. Oh, I nearly went and then I was nervous because before I had a bad experience on a heavy mattress, hard mattress. Let's go. And it's not too bad at all. To be fair, that does me, but I just hope. Now, if you never stayed in Taipei or anywhere in Asia or certain hotels anywhere, you won't really understand what I mean. But sometimes you stay at places and you get that itchy feeling. Sometimes it's bed bugs, sometimes it's just itchy stuff from the washing pad or whatever. And I'm sorry to say, this place reminds me of one of them itchy places, but it is clean so far, and maybe it'll be without itch. Fingers crossed. One thing I really can't stand with any hotel is when there's no plug sockets anywhere, like literally. The bed is here, maybe you want to be using a socket here. Is there one hidden behind here anywhere? I don't even want to move a chair, looks like not. No sockets even on the walls apart from behind here for the TV. And it's all the way over here near the desk. I'm in my pants now, in the mirror you can see, like just in my pants. Look, here it is. Is there one on this side anywhere, magically? Oh, I do apologise. No, it's not. It's an old internet cable, is it? Yeah, it's an old internet cable. So there we go. Just what you need. Just had a nap and just about to take a shower, and I did see this, and it isn't from me, and I haven't had any visitors. That is quite a sizable hair. So nice to know. It seems like maybe a female has been staying here. That's unfortunate because I've already had a nap. It was actually a really good nap, and the bed was actually really comfy, and the pillows are really nice as well. And the air conditioning, the AC was awesome. Once I turned it on, it actually got too cold, so that's good. So I kind of take that back. The complaint that it wasn't on when I walked in, although it would have been nice. However, it's still kind of Asian Taiwanese judgment. It still isn't super hot outside, but for me personally, it would have been nice if it was still on breezing. And I'm about to have a shower now. And look, since I've been in here, everything's quite comfortable and pleasant, to be honest. But night time, especially on a Friday night or a Saturday night in a Taipei hotel such as this, it could be a different story. But I'll have to feed back with that tomorrow morning to see what kind of sleep I have. And this is also pretty nice. They have got some signs next to the toilet, which is good. Please do not dispose any objects into the stool. I guess it is a kind of stool, and you can do a stool in the stool. The shower in the bathroom is really clean, actually. Can't complain. I can't complain whatsoever. However, there is a kind of, I'm not the tallest human in the world, and this is as high as the shower goes. So as you can see, there is some kind of conflict here where it doesn't go any taller, so I can't be hands-free. If I do want to be hands-free, it's going to just spray in my face, which can be refreshing, but I just want to have a normal shower. So yeah, I'm going to have to be holding it, which is a shame, but beggars can't be choosers, right? As I said, this is what the price is, and I'll probably say, by the way, I had a shower, yeah, I just wanted to show that because I thought, yeah, that's a little bit too low. But as I said, I'm just doing this to give everyone an idea of options and selections of places to stay other than Ximending for 4,000 NT, which just totally isn't worth it most of the time. Even with the lack of shower height, that shower was really nice. The temperature was nice and warm, and the power was awesome as well. I mean, that could potentially be one of the best showers I've had if it wasn't in a bath with a really short kind of shower. And the I was going to say string, but you know, like the cord what attaches the shower head to the tap, that was also really short as well. But I just needed one hand anyway, which is fine with me. Right, let's take a little look around the vicinity of outside the hotel and see how convenient it actually is for you and for me. They haven't got the air conditioning on in the corridors in the public area, but I guess if it's not considered as summer yet, then it's not going to be. Never mind. Life continues. It's okay. Around 20 seconds outside of the hotel, you've got U-Bike, so you can rent a bike. Also, you've got access to Family Mart within a minute's walk, and then you've got some local restaurants as well. However, this isn't the main road what leads to the MRT, the metro, and to the temple. That main road is about 2 minutes walk down this path where I'm walking now, and yeah, it's just a really easy, straightforward walk. So when you get to the end, this is the main road now, where it's got a bigger range of restaurants, more kind of foreign friendly area as well. You've got Family Marts, 7-Elevens, convenience stores, restaurants, cafes. It's the big main road, and this road is the 5-minute walk to the MRT. That's the temple down there as well. Hey, morning, how's it going? Great sleep. Well, not a great sleep, but it's not because of the bed or anything about the hotel. It's to do with blockage in my head and my nose. But the bed and the pillows was really comfy. Nice natural sunlight. And it was really quiet. And I don't know why. Maybe because no one else is staying in the hotel. Maybe it's because I've got my white noise machine. But it was just really comfortable. Look, is it still worth the money I paid? No, it's not. However, I'll go into like the kind of breakdown after breakfast. But however, if there's two of you staying here and you wanted somewhere which is quite clean, apart from the odd one long dark hair, and you get breakfast, I don't know what it's going to be like, but thrown in, and you're in a really good location, if you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle and weird and craziness of Ximending, then this potentially might be okay. I just wish, actually, I'm going to look at the prices, what it will be during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because sometimes when people come traveling, they come during the week as well, don't they? It could be cheaper, where the price, I would say, is worth it. If it was around probably 1,800, I think that is a good soft spot for the value, and I'll be happy with that. 2,300 NT, I think, pushing it a little bit much for this, but can't grumble for a change. Right, breakfast time. I'm not expecting much, but that means I could be pleasantly surprised or not. Let's go and have a look. What's on offer? The restaurant and the breakfast area is on the first floor, and it was again very pleasant and clean, although traditional and a little bit dated. Buffet selection of eggs, salad, vegetables, couple of variations of dumplings, condiments, bit of ham, some fruit, pineapple and orange, a really good coffee machine as well. And then you got all your bread and cereal. So not bad at all, to be honest. It is kind of a traditional Taiwanese style breakfast. Latte, I got a couple of lattes, orange and pineapple. I got a toasted ham sandwich. I don't know what the rest of it is, a little bit of chili or something. And then underneath,
of a dumplings. Got a little bit of vegetable and cabbage as well. Very Taiwanese way of having breakfast. But yeah, look, it was better than I thought it would be, to be honest. I got some oatmeal as well. Can't grumble at that. I had a few more of these bun dumplings too.
That's for breakfast borscht. As you could see, it's no frills. However, it's got everything there you need to be happy if you don't mind a bit of traditional kind of Asian Taiwanese cuisine. So the dumplings, the small dumpling buns, cabbage and pork. Cabbage and pork was really nice. I had some cereals. I just got a mosquito bite or something. I don't think it's a mosquito bite. Too old for zits, surely. They had a load of oatmeal cereals. The coffee was okay. Americano. Also, they had a latte. They had some boiled eggs. You had some brown toast. So basically everything I needed. Orange and pineapple, great. Bit of apple would have been nice. However, there is difficulties in getting apple these days because of all the typhoons that happened like 10 years ago. And now they're waiting for the trees to grow again. It's sarcastic, right? Obviously. But overall, okay, if you're staying for a few days, it would be okay. And I checked the price. Now to stay during a week, like Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's 1,800 NT, which is, when I was in the bed when I woke up, which is the price range I would have given as a fair kind of price. Yes, it's still stupidly high and not as good a value as it would be somewhere else in Asia. However, for Taipei, for the location and for what you get, 1,800 is a fair price range for me, especially if you split it between two, or they do rooms with 3 or 4 people in as well. So if you are in a bigger party, you can also do that. And it's clean. The breakfast was clean. It was nice. The staff were pleasant. So overall, not the worst place I've been. Would I do that just for me, especially at that price what I paid on the weekend or Friday night? No, probably not again. However, at this price and for the quality, you will struggle to get something better or as good in Taipei. And it's true, I've been around a lot of hotels in Taipei, and that's as close to a fact as you could probably get. So overall, I'll give this a big tick if you was coming during the week. Not so much if you was coming at the weekend on your own. But if you specifically wanted the area, I would recommend it. Maybe I've just had a good experience and not really any bad experiences. The shower, if it was a walk-in shower, that would be awesome. Unfortunately not. But overall, thumbs up from me. Of course not on the value, but just for the fact that it could have been worse. And I didn't really expect it to be any better. So if you do want to look at any more videos on hotels in Taipei so you can make a comparison, hit this playlist right now.